Hello everyone and welcome to our ab workout for today. We're going to begin reclined on the mat in butterfly pose, soles of the feet together, knees apart, hands cradling the head. Let's just begin with some crunches. This is just activating the upper and lower abs, working the abs so that for the rest of the practice, you'll really feel a burn with every exercise. Try and get up as far as you can as you crunch up, and make sure as you crunch up, you're exhaling so that you're really contracting through the core. Make sure your elbows are pointing away from you, so they're not pointing in front of you, they're pointing out to the side to make sure you're properly cradling your neck. As you inhale and lower down, make sure you don't lower down all the way. We want to keep that tension in the abs. Keep going with these, really burning out the core. Now let's take jackknives. Extend out your legs and your arms, keeping the legs firmly pressed together. Lower the legs and the arms down and then bring them up towards the sky. Tap the hands towards the toes or the ankles as much as you can. Reach up as far as you can. Exhale as you crunch, then lower. We want to make sure we keep that tension in the core yet again, so we're not going to lower the head or the hands all the way down. Just lowering the legs so that you're really burning out not only the upper abs with that crunch, but the lower abs as you lower the legs. Again, this is quite an intense workout, so you want to make sure that you're breathing steadily, keeping that tension in the core, making sure that you're only lowering your legs far enough so that your lower back does not come off the mat. Now relax your head down, place your arms down beside your body, keep your legs pointing towards the sky, pressed together. We're going to exhale and lower our legs towards the left side of the mat, then switch the hips round and lower towards the right. This is really starting to get into the obliques. You can keep your head up in a mini crunch just to engage the core even further. Next, we're going to take a variation on a bicycle crunch. So when you join the opposite elbow to knee, we're going to extend the leg, then lower it back into the bent position, keeping the toes pointed. The straightened out leg, so the other leg, is low towards the mat, as low as you can to keep that tension in the core. Make sure you've actually got that connection between the elbow and the knee as much as you can to make sure you're twisting through the core and getting into those obliques, getting the maximum out of this exercise. For our next exercise, extend your legs out so that they're low towards the mat. We're just going to open and close. Toes are pointed. Toes are pointing away from one another as well to get that external rotation in the legs. Hands are underneath the hips so that you have a little bit of support for the lower back. Again, you can take that mini crunch to just give a little bit extra for the upper abs as well as the lower abs. But mainly here we're working on lower ab strength. And you can relax now. Let's take some sit-ups. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, arms come forward, and we're going to sit up all the way, reaching our arms forward. Try not to use your legs too much to help you get up, but I know sometimes that's unavoidable. Keep your legs bent, soles of the feet firmly pressed on the mat, engage through the core, exhaling as you sit up. Now sitting on your sit bones, take your hands behind your head, elbows out, and let's take some bicycle crunches. So just going to crunch towards one knee and then the other with the opposite elbow. Extend out the other leg just a little bit, keep the toes pointed, core engaged, sitting back just slightly but keep that spine nice and tall, navel into the spine. Now for our final exercise, let's come into a reverse plank. Extend your legs out, lift your hips towards the sky. Exhale, lower the hips towards the mat. Inhale, shoot your hips up towards the sky. Bring your hips as high as they will go. This is a really great one for core strength, making sure your fingertips are pointing towards your feet, and really just squeeze the glutes as you lift up. Tilt the pelvis upwards slightly, take that anterior pelvic tilt to enable that really good burn in the core, strengthening mainly the lower abs here, but also the hips and the upper abs. Just a few more, and lower down all the way. Well done everyone, you've done amazingly. Thank you for joining me.